Good morning. Hope everybody is doing well. Good morning. I hope everybody is doing well this morning, and I just want to thank you for joining me. Today is Wednesday. I love Wednesdays just because it's midday of the week and a little different day for me, so it's a enjoyable day today. And the weather, we gotta be thankful for all the heat. Kind of sometimes remember back to the winter months that lasted so long this year and had snow. I think it was in May that we even had some snowfall where I live. So it's kind of thankful for the heat. It's really hot, but we're grateful for that. Today, I just wanted to spend a few moments just kind of talking about a mindfulness technique that is really helpful in when we're being mindful of our emotions and our thoughts and our feelings and even our body sensations. And so it's 4 steps to this strategy, and the first one is noticing. So basically, the strategy is notice it, name it, allow it, and nurture it. So it's quite simple, but really helpful to kind of think of things in this pattern. So when you notice something and you're spending some time being mindful, noticing what's happening inside of you. So that could be noticing a body sensation. It could be noticing an emotion. It could be noticing what it feels like to have your breath go in and out of your body and those kinds of things. So it's noticing what you're feeling in that moment. It may be a thought that you notice or a pattern of thinking, a chronic pattern of thinking. And that awareness really helps us move forward in kind of dealing with some of the things that we may notice. And that'll come to the last step. So then after noticing it, the next thing is to name it. Sometimes it can be very helpful to just identify our emotion and put a word to it. We often just take our emotions, oh, I'm feeling something, and we stuff it down, or we numb that feeling so that we don't experience it. But it actually is more helpful if we identify it, we name it. And then even a negative pattern of thinking, just labeling that, identifying it, naming it, and then we know it brings it more into our consciousness, more into our awareness when we name it. And that can be really, again, helpful in moving us forward and moving through that. The third step is to allow it. And this is where the non-judgmental feeling and thoughts about what we think, perhaps, or what we're feeling. It's just so important that we don't judge, that we don't put negative talk. And I think a great example is often that we have this thought of, oh, I feel stupid, or a negative thought like that, and then we judge it. Or we have a thought that's kind of one of those more strange thoughts that we sometimes get, and we think, oh my goodness, I'm so stupid for thinking that. That's a judgment statement, and that just brings us down and isn't helpful. It doesn't help us move forward. It doesn't help us move towards wellness. So if we can get into the practice of not judging our thoughts, or not judging our emotions, or not judging our body sensations, just to be aware of it, allow it to be there, and just allow it, and not try and numb it, not try and stuff it, just allow it to be there. Then the fourth step, I guess I would say, is to nurture that and to nurture it. So this step involves asking yourself, what do I need in this moment? So, for example, if you are noticing that you have a body sensation or a pain in your knee or something, and just deciding, okay, what do I need to nurture that to make that feel better? Or on a positive side, if you're noticing a positive pattern of thinking, for example, how do I nurture that to allow it to be there more often? For example, how do I encourage myself and those kinds of thoughts? So nurturing can involve kind of wanting to decrease what you're feeling or wanting to increase it, whatever it is in that moment that you're needing. So I think that's the harder part sometimes, is to figure it out what will be helpful in that moment. But it's if we practice this, we'll get much better at it. We'll become to know, as we get to know our bodies more, it becomes easier to decide what would be helpful in that moment. And as we get to know our thoughts and identify our thoughts more, again, gets to easier to be able to identify it and to name it, to notice it, to name it, to allow it, and to nurture that. So practice is really important. Being intentional with this is really important because it just helps us in the future. Sets the foundation from which we can, in a moment of crisis, for example, then this kind of strategy is very available to us if we've practiced it. So we're going to do that this morning. And I just wanted to acknowledge and say hi to all those of you who are joining me in this moment. And just while you're getting into a comfortable position, I'm going to write in the comment box these 4 words so that you can have them in front of you. So if you want to get into a comfy place right now, that'd be great. And I'm just going to type for a second. So notice it, name it, allow it, and nurture it. Great. So we're going to invite you to just spend a few minutes of mindfulness with us and a short meditation just on body awareness. This is a little bit of a different kind, rather than, it's kind of a body scan, but instead of going through specific parts of our body, this is more of an open awareness that lays the foundation for feeling the emotions in our body or feeling our sensations in our body, and then responding with some compassion for ourselves. So if you feel comfortable in the position you are, or however that may look for you, I would invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And to begin, I would just like to notice where in the body you can feel your breath. And pick one spot where the sensation of breathing is strongest in your body. And collect the mind onto this part of your body. So that may be your lungs, that may be your throat area, that may be your mouth, wherever you feel it most. Just focus on that area. You may try using a simple mantra of breathing in, breathing out. If that helps you to focus, you feel free to do that. And so for the first little bit, we're just going to allow you to have some space to settle into this practice of noticing your breath. Just like you to invite you to expand your awareness to your whole body now. And from your head to your toe, acknowledge whenever something grabs your attention. There may be a sensation, that may be a movement. You don't need to seek anything special. And just wait patiently with your breath for a feeling in your body to emerge. When something comes forward, observe what you feel. Just notice it. And for this exercise, I want you to name it by being aware of where in the body that sensation is occurring. For example, if it's in your knee, You can label it with me. And once you've noticed it and you've named where it is, then you can send your focus back to your breath. To return to the spot in your body and focus on that area where you feel your breath the most. Just be present in this moment, feeling your breath work. And then when another body sensation emerges, just notice that. Name where it is and allow it to be there. And then return your breath, return your focus back to the area of your body where you feel your breath the most. And I'd just like you to invite you to take a moment to nurture what you're feeling in your body. Decide how you can look after your body, how you can encourage it, or how you can make it feel better perhaps in those areas that you're noticing. I just invite you to set your intention for today, to be kind to your body, to be aware, to notice what you're feeling in your body, to name perhaps where it is or name what it is, and allow it to be there without judgment, and then to follow up by nurturing it. And when you're ready, you feel free to open your eyes and come back to your room. And I hope you all feel very much as what somebody commented in the chat box, just peaceful and relaxed. And I'm so glad that that was your experience. And I feel so much more ready to start my day as well. And so I just encourage you all to get to know your body and approach it with exploring the experiences that you have within your body, become more aware of it, and approach it with curiosity. Our bodies are amazing things, and it's good to get to know them. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you have a very, very blessed day. Look for my post at noon. We're going to be doing a little bit more just on body awareness, and then again at 8 o'clock tonight there'll be a meditation available that will help calm for before bed. So have a good day and enjoy.